Hey guys, today I am for tabling 10 and L. I started the recording about 5 minutes ago just to get the tables up and going, and you can see on this table over here I'm already up about a bind and a half, which is a pretty good start, and then I flopped the nuts over here in this table, so let's get things going. Just to keep things simple, we'll call this table over here table 1, this will be table 2, this will be 3, this will be 4. If you've seen any of my other videos, you probably know that I mostly play sit and goes as opposed to cash games. And I probably haven't played cash games seriously in about probably 3 months at least. So I don't think I'm going to be the best player, but I obviously think I'm better than most people here and still capable of making some money. So I'm going to just run through some of my thought process as hands come up, and hopefully we get in some interesting spots today. This so betted guy is the guy I actually won the first $10 off over here on this table, so I think he might be messing with me a bit here. I don't really like the basically double pot, but I don't really know. I think we're chopping most of the time. I don't think he has the queen 9. Hopefully this doesn't look stupid. And it's just a chop, yeah. I'm going to be raising like a lot of hands. I think aggressive is the best way to play these smaller stakes games. And just to bet when you have the best and to fold when you don't. Sounds pretty simple, but some people just try to get too tricky and that's how they end up losing their money. So hopefully just simple thought process can make us some money today. For the length of the video, I know some people like, the short like 5-10 minute stuff, and I know some people prefer like 30 minutes to an hour long just watching a full on sweat session. So I'll probably go maybe like 20 minutes, not too much over, just to kind of stay in the middle of both, keep everybody happy. If you guys prefer one over the other, please comment in the video and let me know what you guys think, and I would be happy to make more videos like that. 5-3 suited, not a great hand, but we do have the button and I think it's okay. I don't really recognize these players, but I do have this guy labeled as a fish, so that might be from sit and goes I've played with him. I think he's a weak player, so I feel happy playing against him with position. I'm just going to fold that to 3-bet. We can easily just raise his ace. We are four-handed, so opening wider is going to be okay. Hopefully the games don't break down, but if they do, I can always just start up another table. I know most people don't like the tables overlapping like this. That's just kind of how I've always played, but if it really drives you guys crazy, let me know and I can reformat it for the next video. That's just how I've always played, so sorry if it bugs you guys. This is Carbon Poker, if you guys couldn't notice or you've never seen the software before. And yes, if you are in the United States, you are allowed to play here. So if you're interested in that, I will post a sign-up link for their website along with my email address. So if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me an email or just post them in the comments section. I'll be more than happy to help you guys out get started playing. Ace-10 here, under the gun. I mean, if I knew more about these players, I could raise it, but since I don't really know, I do tend to play on the tighter side at the start of sessions that I don't know anything about, so I'm just going to fold it. Here with the Queen 9, this guy, we've said before, he seems to be pretty aggressive towards us. I'm not sure if he's just steaming, but Queen 9 would be, it's decent to call, but we are out of position, and I think this guy is just going to be trying to bet us off a lot of hands, so we're just going to fold. This is a decent little squeeze spot, I think. If we raise it up here, we can get at least this guy to fold most likely because his calling range is not as narrow as this guy's opening range, so I think that's okay. 8-9, when this guy limps, I think we're fine just popping it up. The limp again is another sign of weakness. Here, of course, we're going to 3-bet. For most of my 3-bets, I just tend clicking the 3/4 button. It's a pretty decent size. Hopefully the guy tries to get tricky. Surprised that both of them called. I don't really love the flop. Obviously, all we have is ace high. I think one of them probably called with a better ace high or at least a pocket pair, so there's really no reason to bet on this. 8-4, we can just fold that. Queen king fold under the gun. If this guy checked, I would have been thinking about making a bet, but I still wouldn't have loved it. But now that he bets out, I'm almost like 100% positive we're beat, so there's no reason to stick around. And we could have raised, but I doubt he's ever going to fold, so yeah, the fold's fine. 25, no reason to get tricky. Still interested in his hand, trying to keep his table out. Yeah, I'm in raising the button. It's very weak. Just going to 3-bet it with a decent ace. Take it down. Pocket nines, calling is fine, 3-betting is fine. I don't really want to 3-bet and get 4-bet since I don't really know this player. I think I'm just going to call in position, see a flop. One thing about these games is the smaller stakes is people take 3-bets as a sign of a really strong hand. And why it's because it's what they usually see is most people at these stakes don't just 3-bet bluff. Pocket nines, 4-way with an ace on the board, I'm just going to fold. But yeah, 3-betting actually works fairly well. Like, I could honestly play a game only post-flop, just either 3-betting or folding, and I could probably turn a profit. So, while I'm not recommending doing that, I'm saying that 3-bet is a great way to make money in these games as long as you're not completely abusing it against a certain opponent. Once you're playing for like 30 minutes to an hour with the same opponents, they'll start to catch on, and you might have to switch up your game a little bit. But for the most part, 3-betting works fairly well. I thought about opening this king-jack, decided not to, again for the same reasoning. I don't really know a lot of the players, so it's just best to play safe for now. And back to the 3-betting. Most people at these stakes aren't really going to be the people who are paying a lot of good attention to what's going on around them. If you really think about it, like most of these guys, they might just be like 1 or 2 tabling, have a movie going in the background, checking their email, running through Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff. They see poker as a hobby, where myself and I hope you guys see it as a source of making money. And when they play it as a hobby, they're not going to be as likely able to win as we are, who are paying attention to people's tendencies and things like that. So just another reason why it's a good idea to always pay attention and try to take notes on your opponent, just to make sure that you have an edge over them. That is a very big raise. I think he's just trying to isolate this guy, but either way, I thought this was, he was a decent player, but some of these moves that he's been making, I'm not so sure. But either way, I don't really like the ace-10, so I'm just going to fold. But I'm going to be keeping an eye out on So Betted to see what exactly I think about him. He is actually on all 4 of my tables, so that makes me think he's more of a decent player because he's able to multi-table and he seems to be, up a couple bucks at some of the games. But the way he's played also makes me think that he's not that great of a player. So we'll just keep watching. Hopefully we can figure something out about him. I'm not folding. I'm trying to think if I want to call or re-raise this guy with a 4-bet. He's 3-betting 10%, but it's through a small sample size. But I think he's going to abuse the 3-bet, so I'm just going to 4-bet and hope to get it in against a weak range. I mean, some guys like this who have, you know, like, who are up like 2 or 3 stacks almost, or 1 or 2 stacks, will get crazy. That was not the guy I expected to get the money in. I don't really love this call. Queens is definitely at the bottom of my range against somebody I don't really know to get it in. But I think I still have to call either way, because we did put in like 25% of our stack already almost. So I'm just going to call, hope for the best. And we are flipping, so that's a good spot. Going to 3-bet the jacks, obviously. And we win the flip. Cool. If you are like newer to poker, I don't recommend raising as much as I am from the buttons. Just mainly because you get put into some more tricky spots, and that's kind of what you want to avoid at the start in order just to keep profiting. It is the so beta guy, and I'm not surprised that he chose to 4-bet me just because we've had a little bit of history throughout this 10-minute session so far. I think if I just jam, he's going to be calling wide enough that it's profitable. I don't recommend doing this against other players so much, but I think it's an okay play. And jamming here does look a lot like ace-king, so he might be more inclined to call with like pocket 8s or pocket 9s, which we have dominated, so that's also a great thing for us. And him tanking this long makes me feel even more confident that he doesn't have aces or kings. And he folds, so that was a great play for us. Again, we're so betted in the pot. Surprise, surprise. We have a decent hand, and he can't always have it, so we're just going to do a little c-bet on the larger side to get a little value from weaker hands and not let him draw out against us. We'll take it down, nothing too exciting. Open this 9-10 suited. For some reason I think we're going to get 3-bet, I don't know, just a weird feeling I have. Either way, I still like the open. Well, we flop an open-ended straight draw. And he just shoves for, 24 cents. We have to call no matter what. He has ace high, so we have a ton of outs. And we hit the straight. Win 50 cents. Cool. Halfway to the dollar value menu. Let's go. Kind of a little inside joke, I guess, me and some of my friends have, that when we play, we always relate our winnings to things in the real world. And at these stakes, it's mainly bubblegum and fast food. Just something to, I guess, keep poker a little more exciting or funny, or however you want to look at it. Pocket 3s, that's decent. I mean, we're going to play the rest of this pot out of position, but hopefully he can just fold, or he's not too aggressive of a player. This is an interesting flop. It is very draw heavy. I'm just going to bet once, and if he calls, I have to assume that we're beat. So if he folds, great. If he calls, we're basically done unless we hit the 3. We are running decently in this video with getting by on our c-bets, and then also we won that flip, so decent little video for us. I guess one other thing that I'd be interested in knowing your guys' opinions on is if you like the 4 tabling, or if you'd prefer me like 2 tabling or 1 tabling, or I guess I get 8 table or 10 table or 12 table. I mean, when I play sit and goes, I can get up to like 20 games going and feel fairly comfortable. So I guess whatever you guys would like to see, I would be happy to make for you guys. Also, if you like this cash game format, or sit and go, or just something specific, just let me know. Post it in the comment section, or feel free to email me. I don't really like this, but we're getting such a great price. We could 3-bet, but he does seem like a weak player. He doesn't have a full buy-in, and I don't think he would fold to a 3-bet, so we're just going to call. Same player, same situation, except for the small blind, so we can fold it. Big blind special, we miss. Just check fold this hand. Unless that happens, we do turn a double gutter, and nobody showed any strength, so I'm just going to bet out. And we flop a very good hand against this player. His aggression factor is infinite, if you guys can read HUDs. Also, I guess that's one other thing, if you guys like seeing the HUDs in my video, if you guys understand them, would like more information on them, or if you just like me to record videos without them. When he bets out half pot, it does look pretty weak. I do want to check raise, although I feel like he's going to be folding a lot. I just want to get money in the pot in case like another club comes on the turn or something like that. Or some other scare cards that might scare him away. If he has like pocket eights, like a face card would scare him off. He does call, so that's good for us. Makes me think that he's on a draw more, because I think pocket eights he might have just like shoved it in. So I am going to bet out here. I'm trying to size it up so that we can get all in on the river. I think this is a decent size. King 3, sometimes I can raise that, sometimes I'll fold it. Just going to fold so we can focus on this hand over here for a minute. He is tanking. Well, we do still have basically the best hand here, like 99% of the time, so I'm just going to get the money in, hope he calls. He does, and he shows a pair of fives. So yeah, players like that, this is why I love poker. I mean, he could have had the best hand on the flop, thinking, but when I triple barrel, he's most always not having the best hand, but there's players like that, and he calls off. He's interested, he wants to know what we have, and we get the money for it, so this is great. Don't love this hand, but we're getting a really good price. I'm just going to call and hope the big blind checks. And then you see this guy, for talking about last hand, he rebuys for $4 instead of a full sack of 10, which just makes me think that he's even more of a fishy player. So I am going to label him as a fish. If you're watching this video, Nut Gobbler, funny name, sorry, but your game needs some work. But I'd be happy to help you if you keep watching my videos. No, that's a great river for us. I doubt we're going to get any actions. Bet 2/3 pot, hope something happens. Somebody might just call with king high or something, or just pick it up. We are approaching the 20-minute mark on this video, and like I said, I didn't want to record much longer than 20 minutes. So I'm going to sit out next big blind on all my tables. So we'll just play a few more hands, see what happens. Limping is pretty weak, always. So I'm just going to raise it up. I'm in position. It's going to be a chip bully, I guess you can call it, against a weaker player. Well, we get 4 bets by a shallow stack. I mean, if we go all in, he has to call basically, and if we call here, he's probably going all in on the flop. I don't like our hand, so I think we just gotta fold. Obviously gonna raise. He limps again. Just gonna do the exact same thing, make it look like we're trying to steal. Hopefully we get 3 or 4 bet again. Got 1 caller. two callers. Kind of a drawish heavy board. A little bit. Still not extremely worried. Unless, I mean, King Jack is a possibility. I doubt King 5 or Jack 5. Maybe pocket 5s. But you can't always be scared. You just gotta bet. I'm gonna bet on the heavy side because there's two players and there are some draws that I don't really want sticking around too much. Decent result. Pick up the pot. Can never be mad about that. Oops, I think I clicked sit in on accident in these tables instead of stand up. So what I'm going to do is actually just exit out so I don't get put back in the hands. Guess we can make this bigger for you guys. No, that was actually our last hand. So I'm going to bring over my Poker Tracker 3 information. Going to refresh it for you stats guys if that's your thing, if you like that. You can see played 160 hands, made $19.07, which was really good for only playing for 20 minutes. Can never be mad about that. We'll look at the graph, compare it to our hands played and money with our expected value, our EV. So we did run a little bit above EV, you can see here, by about $10, and that was the $10 flip that we won, our pocket queens against, I don't remember his name, but it was our pocket queens against ace king, and we did win the flip. So that is why we are $10 above EV. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, please put them in the comment section or feel free to email me. Again, I would love to help you get signed up on Carbon Poker if you're interested in playing. I am an affiliate for them. I've mentioned in other videos, so if you sign up through my link, I can actually get you some deposit bonuses and whatnot. Again, thanks for watching, guys.